Good morning, everyone. How is everyone out there doing today? Today's forecast cloudy and rainy on Shergow Island. I say that. Yeah, it has been an interesting week, that's for sure. Gonna wake up, was watching the game, LA game. I don't know who's winning. LA was ahead. But yeah, I know I'm consistently late. What 2 to 3 minutes every live stream, right? Got to keep with consistency. Nick Lopez, thank you for stopping in. Nick Lopez. Nick Lopez puts I put a post out, or I put a post out saying when I'm gonna go live and everything like that. And Philippines time and date, and everybody's welcome. And soon as I put it out that I'll be going live, Nick Lopez always is the first one in to comment. He may not even be in the live, but he always jumps on and first one to comment. Hey, Philly, hear anything about the Doom vlogger served warrant for posting behavior with young girls? I don't. I haven't heard anything about it. I'm not investigating and looking into it, but I will check it out. If I'm not mistaken, I think OPJ, our Philippines journey, is going to be doing a live 10 o'clock this morning. And I think he's going to talk about it. I don't want to get in and talk about it because I really don't know anything about it. So go over to OPJ's channel after the live stream, and I'll be there. I'll see what he has to say. And but I guess that's the big news. I don't know. The big news. I know a lot of you guys do go into OPJ's channel and live stream after mine. I know, Bruce. You're still waiting. Still waiting for me to show up. Jason Pike, good morning. Brian from Vietnam. We'll be back in the Philippines in a week. Been quite an adventure so far, enjoying every minute of it. That's what it's all about, Jason. Getting here, enjoying your time, spending time with whoever you're coming here with, or if you're by yourself, getting out, exploring, having a good time. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And before you know it, you'll have, what is it? The blues, the Philippines blues. Your boy you promote a pro-life travel vlogger has charged, and now cyber police banging on his gates and took all the electronics as evidence. Careful who you promote. You can be watched. You know what? I don't. Did I really promote him and say go over and watch him? I can't recall. I know I had said about, hey, he doing something there that people were watching him. I think I watched one of his videos. I mean, I've seen his numbers. I've watched one of his videos. It was when he got into an accident. And beyond that, I don't watch. Now, I'll notice his thumbnails and things and photos, but I really don't really watch him. OPJ, hello, OPJ. Brian, howdy from Ventura, California. Thanks for stopping in, Brian. You always stop in and always give a kind little appreciation to show your appreciation, I guess. Or hey, just maybe you just like me, but you always give a super sticker and greatly appreciate it. Street Freak Patrol, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Hello, everyone. Street Freak Patrol. Checking in for duty, War 3 salute, or WW3 salute. OPJ, hi OPJ, hello Bruce. Hello Street Freak, good morning Bruce, good morning, good morning. Slick Rick made it, good morning Brian from San Francisco, California. Thanks for stopping in, Rick. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow morning I will be watching the Eagles and the 49ers game. It's a 49ers fan because she likes their uniforms. And, well, I root for anybody that plays the Eagles. Ilya is shy and not on time for formation. Yeah. OPJ's next live special on the regular guy. My YouTube channel, Geo and Vic Philippines. You can see the post I posted of Sims charges. Okay. Like I said, I haven't been really. This is all new. I'm hearing, so haven't had a chance to really look into it. Drop and give us 20. Front leading rest position. Move. Or was it half face? When you heard half face, I think it was half face. It wasn't left face, right face, or about face. It was half. Like turn halfway. You knew you were going down for push-ups and sit-ups. Victor Coco, Philly in the Philippines is live on YouTube. Yes, I am. I am live. Thanks for stopping in, Victor. Another faithful subscriber of the channel. I really don't pay any attention to RG. Yeah, I don't. Jason, good morning. Jason Fuller, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Expat Crap, thank you for stopping in. It's always good to see some expat crap in the room. How you doing, Craig? Thanks for stopping in. Only 2.5 minutes this time. It's almost on time. Yep. Ricky USA. Thanks for stopping in, Ricky. You're always stopping in. Saying hello, long-time subscriber and follower. Jason, good morning, Jason. How are you? Will regular guy cam up? Yeah, he may. I don't think regular guy's in here. But I do the cam ups and people can join the live streams and live chat on Wednesdays, hump day. Jump up, see what you have to say. And, I was surprised. Street Freak Patrol joined the live last week, Wednesday. And he jumped on camera and was part of the conversation. And yeah, everybody's welcome. Feel free. Wednesdays, hump day Wednesday. Everybody's invited. I even invite those that have me blocked on their channel. You are welcome in my channel. Now, if you cross a certain line, all right, I'm going to have to block you. But just to block you because I reminded you of something that you forgot. Everyone's invited, even the expat, Rosie expat of the Philippines is invited. I love to stay and watch, but I have to crack some skulls. Yeah, I didn't have to crack no skulls. I had to put a disclaimer in there too, right? I have to say, you know what? It's a joke. It's a joke. Because people, see, he's promoting violence. He wants to crack Filipinos in their skulls. The old saying, remember? I forget who it was. A friend of mine, his dad. All right, his dad was this big dude, weightlifter, and really, to me, it was a nice guy and stuff. But when me and my buddy Eric would mess up, he would be like, "I'm going to crack your skulls." Yeah. It's too early for drama. The caffeine's not fully running through my arteries yet. Yeah, got to give it some time. My second cup. I always have 2 cups of coffee when I do a live. Get a cup of coffee when I wake up, and then give me some energy and caffeine when I do my live. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess I would mention him, and like I said, him, and there's the other one, Go Joe, Joe Go, or whatever. Like their channels got really big, right? They got big, and they were doing something there, that people were watching them, but who knows? Who knows? Dave, morning, Philly from St. Louis. Good morning, St. Louis. Morning, mate. Bottle from Bendigo, Victoria, Australia. Good morning, mate. Love the glasses. Yeah, these are just, I mean, I got these bright lights shining, and when I take my glasses off here, it just hurts my eyes. So I wear it so my eyes don't. I mean, sometimes it'll give me a headache. So yeah, they're just regular. I don't know what I paid for 'em, maybe 100 pesos at the one of the street vendors there. But yeah, right phase. I hope Luke can translate what the police were saying. Maybe OPJ's wife can later. Yeah, check it out. Like I said, I haven't looked into it, but I know it will be the talk of the YouTube community. People will be out there doing videos about it. Of course, the hate is going to come out. The hate guys are going to say things, but it'll be talk of the YouTube community. And my suggestion is, if you're a YouTuber, hop on that now while it's new and it's hot, and say what you got to say. Put his name in all your thumbnails. Talk about it. And maybe that video will take off and that'll be your hit. But everybody will be talking about it. Like Vitali. When Vitali got caught, everybody was talking about it. And all you had to do is put out a video and talk about it, and your video took off and it did good. So yeah, there's maybe a little hint. I know things have worked for me in the past when it's like, say, a national news or an event like a typhoon or something like that. Yeah, but don't get into the politics. Don't talk about the politics of the Philippines and this and that. We'll leave that to the people. But yeah, I guarantee you, mark my word. Mark my word, and if I am wrong, I will start my live stream next week at 8:30 on the dot. But mark my word, they're all going to be doing it. Even expat Rosie will be doing it. Yeah. Bottle again. Our house in Mindanao getting closer to finish now. Getting very excited. Awesome. Awesome. I'm sure I'm sure once it's finished, you'll keep adding and adding and adding. Greg, good morning from Burgos. Your northern neighbor. Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg. Good morning. Yes, my northern neighbor. I know, up north, Burgos. Yeah. Here, I just seen another. We had this tragedy here on the island last week where we had 3 boys. When I mean boys, I think, they were 18, 19, 20, maybe somewhere around there. And there was an issue. They were in a kayak, and 2 of them wound up drowning. There was a search for like 3 days. They did finally find the last body. But then I just seen where a woman was, I forget where she was on this island. I don't know if it was a Filipino, a tourist, or whatever. But they're saying she got sucked through a tube. Like there's a pool area. And of course, she had the drain tube. And she got sucked through there, and they can't find her or something like that. And where the tube goes out on the other side of the wall, it's a big open rice field. So she's stuck in the tube. I don't know. Then again, there's so much shit on Facebook, and you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. And you click on one thing just out of curiosity, and then it just feeds you and feeds you and feeds you and feeds you. And it's like, how do you stop that shit? You know what I mean? How do you stop that? But you don't know what to believe anymore. John Kennedy, nice to see you, my brother. Thank you, John. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day, sir. Thank you, Gary. You too. What do you think about ACB clown in town? ACB? I'm not sure you mean ACB. ACB clown in town. Is that ACB? Not sure ACB. Three Freakers, I remember you had been cloned that kept saying you're the only one that tells it from the rooftops. What's going on in the hood? I figured that Pro Light Travel had faded charges when he did a 180 with his channel and deleted his most profitable videos. Yeah, it wasn't. Maybe he probably got scared into it. You know what I mean? uh, and he knew people were talking about him in a negative way. Um, I don't know. You can't please everyone. You can't. Imagine AI bring all the 2026 vloggers back to life in 2099, and Philly goes live again in 2099. I would have a full house. I would be the oldest living person ever in the history of the known world. And I would hope everybody would follow me. But now at that point in time, I'll probably be in diapers. And getting lost in the jungle. And I might need an interpreter at that point in time, but you never know, huh? They say, what's your key to long life, Philly? I'd be like, get out of the city in the Philippines and get in the province where the air is fresh. Seems like all the new vloggers get in trouble eventually, but the old ones stick to the rules. Yeah, they're all trying to be something different, and that's just the way it. That's they're trying to be something different and set themselves out from everybody else, which is a good idea. Uh, my nose. But I don't know. People push the envelope, I guess. I mean, I've been accused at times for pushing the envelope, and uh, but if you're a good-looking girl, you're going to have it made. If you can speak halfway decent English or good English as a Filipina, and you're a good-looking, and you put yourself in some, nice, sexy outfits, and you're going to make it. But yeah. Philly's next video title, Vitali update, should be Vitali be released. I don't know. I did catch something a couple weeks ago. He found God in jail and was baptized, and has changed his ways, and of course he has. He didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? He didn't have a choice. Hey, Jim Schultz, thanks for stopping in. Jim Schultz, another longtime subscriber. Thank you. No life jackets. Welcome to the Philippines. The first visit from the police pro life put on camera with the second he not. like I said, OPJ will be doing a live after this, where he's going to talk about it, and I'm sure he's prepared and done his homework, and he's going to bring up whatever he's got to bring up on his screen and read it. And I said, I'm not going to comment. I don't know the whole situation. This is all breaking news. Like I said, I guarantee you Rosie is going to hop up and boom, going to be hopping on the live because it's hot news. And Rosie's got to get the hot news. Okay, good, good. All right, all right. Rams just beat the Carolina 34-41. I like the Rams. I like Matthew Stafford. I liked him when he was in Detroit. And it's like, damn, this dude's good, but he's on a shitty team. Ah, Asian Adventures with Jim is back in the Phils from Cambodia. I don't know that. I don't watch, like I said, I don't watch a lot of them. Asian Jim and all that. I think when you're not in the Philippines, and I was like this, you watch a lot of YouTubers, you watch a lot of channels. It keeps you connected with the Philippines, and you'll watch a lot of them, and maybe one for this, one for that. Some people just entertainment, but when you're here, you kind of quit watching because you're here. Now I do know people like Jason. He will even when he is on vacation, he will join the live stream. He will say good morning. He will be here. But when you kind of like live here, you don't. You know what I mean? At least I don't. Unless here's the unless. There's always got to be the other side of the story. Um, you like you don't do anything. Like you just sit around. You don't go out. You may go out, go grocery shopping, but you're only doing that because you want to get the food you like. And you know, but beyond that, like somebody living here that just sits around and doesn't go out and just like they're just a miserable person, or they just come off as being miserable. All right. Yeah, you're going to sit and you're going to study every video that's out there on YouTube. You're going to if you're a YouTuber, you are going to create content off of that. You can't create content off of what you do and your life here in the Philippines and how you're enjoying your life here in the Philippines and how you're absorbing the Filipino culture and the Filipino people. And you want to learn about the country that you're living in instead of learning about the four walls in your apartment. You know, you got to get content somewhere. So a lot of them will go and just watch YouTube. There's a lot of them that I wouldn't say a lot. There's a bunch that get all their information about the Philippines off of watching other YouTubers. They're not out there experiencing it to understand what it's like. I could say, hey, yeah, go down. You got to get down to the fiestas. It's a great time at the fiesta. People are happy and people are drinking, and there's bad boy, and it's colorful, and there's marching bands, and there's dancing, and the mayors are there, and dignitary people are there, and it's just a big fun party for 2 days or 3 days. But how do you know? Because you watched it on a YouTube channel? You never experienced it. Like you never got out and actually been a part of it. And that's why I always say you got to get out and experience it. That's like in Angeles City. There's multiple big like parades and festive fiestas. I know around Easter they do these marching processions up in that area, and I've gone to a few and I videoed a few. But I don't know why other people in that area don't do it. I don't know. I just don't. Um, you gotta get up in the cities. I enjoyed walking in this downtown city of Angeles City there. I loved it. I loved walking around there. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's jumping out. Hey, 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 lie, jumping. And they're super nice and super friendly. And you can talk to them and, you can experience, the whole atmosphere, and then you go so many kilometers down the road and you get to an area where, there's foreigners there just like me and you. And they're angry and miserable. Don't put me on camera. My girlfriend will see, my wife. Like it's a complete opposite. I'd like going down there. And if you don't get the views for it, you just don't get the views for it. You feel good about it, and you feel good that now you experienced something. All right, let me see who's calling me, who's sending me a message. All right, I just got your message here. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Mike, you can handle that. Handle that. Wait, hang on. We seen Bookham Dano has stopped in. How you doing, Bookham Dano? Thanks for stopping in, Bookham Dano. Street freak. But many of these vloggers are living peso to peso every day and they don't have the money to travel in the Philippines. Yes and no. Yes and no. But you can always save money. If you have come to the Philippines and you are living on a small budget, okay, uh, that's up to you. And if you're enjoying your life here and you're enjoying it being here better than where you come from, that's fine. But you can save money too, right? You can save money just to get hop on a bus and go somewhere not very far. You don't have to hop on a plane and go halfway. You don't have to come to Sherga Island and visit Philly, but you could hop on a bus and you could book a hotel room, say down in Manila. And what are prices? $50 at the most. You can find them for $25, $30. Get that bus ticket, go down to Manila for a day or two, go out and check out intramurals, check out the Mall of Asia, you know, just things like that you could do, and it's not going to cost you a lot of money. I think Mall of Asia was one of the first tourist places I went to when I first came to the Philippines. Got off that plane, broke losers. Uh, uh, of course, went to my hotel, and I think the next day, Mall of Asia. Well, let me check out this Mall of Asia. Why are Filipinos in the malls so much? Man, that's old stuff back in the States. Malls are dead. Nobody goes to malls. And I went to Mall of Asia. I was like, holy shit. You got to check it out. But that's what I'm saying. Even if you're not rich and don't have the ability to travel, to Thailand and you're not rich and you can't afford a condo, uh, you can do little things like that. I always did. Manila, I hate Manila. I like going to Manila. The excitement, the craziness, the people all over. It to me, it's eye stimulation. You know, it's eye overload, seeing all this and taking it all in. And then after a couple days, I'm ready to leave. Good to go. But yeah, what a beautiful day. Smoking a cigar with my coffee. Life is good. Enjoy that cigar. Street Freak Patrol. Don't be an a-hole. Those are legit questions. Toilet paper becoming expensive. You're in the pro legit question for number two. You're in the pro legit question for number two. They just don't know they are broke. In their minds, they are rich. Well, we can't all afford condos. Billy, the new caveman of Sherigal. You know what there, Sardino? If you don't have a beard or some type of scruff on your face here on this island, like you're like the oddball. Unlike, say, other areas where in the Philippines, if you have a beard, you're the oddball. But they all, there's so many guys. And thing is, young guys here. I don't know if I said this. This is a young person's island for people to come to. Don't get me wrong. You know, if you're older, you can come here. There are things to do. But when it comes to tourists, and what I mean tourists, like international tourists, and even you've got people that live here that work online, digital nomads. They don't mind staying in a place where it's a house with 3, 4 rooms, and you rent that room out, and it's a shared bathroom, shared kitchen area, but you're paying next to nothing to be. And they don't mind that. They don't mind living like that as long as they have internet, and good for them. Uh, and you do have other expats that are retired here. I've met a few that are retired here, and they're like my age, maybe a little older, maybe some a little younger, and they're enjoying their life here. They're not with the ones I've talked to. They're not with these barely legal Filipinas. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is like the norm here. The norm. That's why I not do living anymore. Too many people who never came to Philippines visit a Philippines channel, and I find them annoying. If you can't answer a question, legit people just should be just shut up and don't be rude, or I can be rude. I ask legit questions. Too legit to quit. I remember the processions of flagellation around Easter. Yes, and every time I did one of those, YouTube would flag it every time. Not suitable for most advertisers. Every time. But yeah, it like you don't see. I don't know. It is what it is. Oh, there is Craig in Cebu. How you doing, Craig in Cebu? Thanks for stopping in. Pro-life traveler went to jail in Dumaguete, according to Craig in Cebu. Thanks for stopping in, Craig. I think you've done a video about it, or you're going to do a video. I'm sure you'll do a video, Craig. Thanks for stopping in. I never heard of peso to peso to peso, peso to peso, peso. I know the rate was 59 point something this past week. And I did a bang. I did a exchange. I did a switcheroo. 59. That's good. Highest I've ever seen it here. I've seen it in the 50s. At one point, I even seen it at 58. So this is good numbers. Even in Philippines, it's easy to waste money by eating and drinking out every day. Sure, you got to budget yourself, and cook your own food and do your own shopping. Yeah, it can be done. You can save money. There's many ways to save money. Eating and drinking out, yeah, that can get you. Some women love small budgets. Mike says Craig and Cebu, he is not in jail. All right. If you broke in pesos, you ain't living right yet. I remember the museum you went on to at Angela's. Yeah, there is. You got the church. I always loved going in that big old church, the Holy Rosary. I think that's the name of it. Um, I just love going in there and looking at the architectural work, the paintings, the stainless glass. I think they had stainless glass. Um, it's just a neat old church. A plane during World War II took out the bell tower of that. There's a lot of history. It was used as a hospital during World War II. It's just a neat old church. And then you got the cobblestone road there. And if you go down the cobblestone road on the right hand side, there's another historical building there. And it's free to get in. I think it's free to get in. And if it's not free to get in and you don't have the couple of pesos to pay to get in, then get out of the Philippines. But it's another neat museum there. I'm trying to think. There's another one there across from the church. They're cool to check out. And, I don't know why. I think some vloggers have done it. I think it is. But to me, it's neat. I don't understand. If you can't afford to live in your home country, then you move to the Philippines, but have so little money, your standard of living is still crap. Well, yeah, but people will still do it. Street freak, they will still do it. Um, that's what they believe. That's what they think, um, and they're just going to do it. That's all. That's all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Why are the Filipinos in the malls? Heat and rain. Yeah, they'll get into the mall if it's raining. They'll get into the mall if it's hot out, sunny out. Um, no, that they do a lot of shows in malls, and people go there to check out the shows, and just to walk around and people watch. I always said this when I walked around in the malls. Everybody's so dressed nice, and everybody's having a good time, and they're enjoying themselves, and they're laughing, and not in the malls in the states. Everybody walking around. You know what I mean. But here, the malls, everybody's having a good time. They're enjoying themselves. They're taking selfies, and families come, and young kids come together, and older kids come together, and parents and grandparents, and it's like a place to go and I guess feel good about yourself. You're there and you're nicely dressed, you know, and I always said if you base the culture on the people that were in the mall, I'd be like, wow, the Filipino people are, they're well to do people. They seem happy. But then when you walk outside and you like see the Philippines itself, it's like, wow, interesting. They love their malls. They do. They love their malls. They're building malls all the time here. The PMP went through his laptop. Craig, you got a lot of information, Craig. Remember, OPJ is going to be doing a live at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. So I'll give you enough time between when I go off the air, a half hour there to go freshen up, get your coffee, get your popcorn, whatever you got to do, and get over to OPJ, our Philippines Journeys live stream, and they'll discuss that in there. Maybe if you don't pay for the dozen family members of your Filipino family, you might have more than actually enjoy life. What are you saying, street freak? What I like about Street Freak Patrol. He has his own thoughts. He has his own way of thinking, and that's what makes everybody different. Not only coming to the Philippines, but in the world. That's what makes everybody different. And I'm not here to knock him and say you're wrong, Street Freak Patrol. You're this, you're that. It's not my job. That's what he believes in, and he's always believed in that. He'll always believe in that until wherever Street Freak is traveling and he comes across that woman that just hooks him. Phew. And it's not going to matter if she has 20 kids and he's got to support the whole entire village. Love will get him. It's time for the link. The link. Chosen one. I'm semi. That is not him. We have the imposter back in. Frank Lander, how are you? Good evening. Morning, Brian from Edmonton, California. You think Filipinos are poor? Go to Starbucks. It's packed with them. Yeah. You can't always say that that Filipinos are poor. Do they have less than most people around the world? But sure. But they could also have more. You go to Starbucks, they're there. You want to see a perfect example, go to like an SNR or a Landers around the holiday, around Christmas, and they are packing their carts full of stuff. Um, but yeah, you go to Starbucks and they all like to gather there, congregate there. Um, there's no malls here where we live, so I couldn't even tell you where a lot of these younger groups, younger college era, go and hang out and socialize. Yeah, there is no place here. You know what I mean? There just is no place. Expat crap. PMP served a warrant for data on video devices. He has not been charged yet. Craig in Cebu was full of crap. Wow. Craig in Cebu is full of crap. Book paid for by more than 2 online sponsors. The imposter chosen one. I wear scruff. I'm old. I'm a man. He is done. Greg and Cebu say he is done. Beard is for a real man. Craig and our Philippine journey. Craig and Craig, Craig and Craig in Cebu, Philippines already has a video saying he was arrested. People like you are what's wrong with YouTube. Oh, yeah, I mean, I didn't see if he did put out a video yet about it. But hey, maybe he's jumping the gun. Uh, maybe he's trying to get out that video before everybody else. So that video goes viral and his channel takes off. I don't know. Like I said, some YouTubers will get 100% of their information and topic off of listening to other YouTube channels. That's just the way it is. The Colonel's Chronicles. Thank you for stopping in, Colonel. Greatly appreciate it. I know you were on one of my live streams. Appreciate that. Wednesdays, 9:30 a.m. Philippines time and date. I will be doing lives where people can join the panel. A single Filipino has a new iPhone. She apparently has many sponsors who are unaware of each other. You are correct. You are correct. They're really cracking down on these YouTubers. You're live on your own now, bud. They think YouTube is evidence. Craig and Cebu, don't start rumors. Craig and Cebu, they're saying you're spreading rumors. That would be a good video for you to do, Craig. Get out there and talk about how expats and YouTubers are saying I'm spreading rumors. You're always looking for a good topic. I always like Craig and Cebu. I like Craig and Cebu. He's more than welcome on any of my live streams. The flagellation videos would be perfect to advertise Bactina. Thanks for not cracking any skulls today. No problem. Like I was saying earlier in the video, I had to make it clear that it was a joke about cracking the skulls. And it's amazing how some people just miss a point of a whole entire video. The whole entire video, my point was, don't go in hot headed when you're dealing with things here in the Philippines. You can't do it. You can't, I'm going to crack skulls. I'm going to yell. I'm going to scream. It's not going to get you anywhere except for, okay, yeah, thank you, thank you. And they won't help you. They won't assist you. They'll just play you off. They don't want to be yelled at and screamed at. Some people miss the whole point of videos I do. Like the video I did about, being a proud American and stuff. People wanted to leave comments about politics. The video was not about politics, and I made it clear in the video. It wasn't about politics. Left side, right side, what side you're on, what side you're not on, hate, this, that. There's nothing to do with that. But once again, people can't listen to a video. Some people just have so much anger inside them that they're not you can't even have a civil conversation with them. But it wasn't about politics, but people wanted to make it, they wanted to voice their 2 cents, and that's fine. Other people got it. Other people got the video 100%. Like, you can always tell if you do a video if the person actually watched the whole video by their comment. Some people will see a title and not even watch the video, but make a comment. You can always tell. You can always tell. I'm sure they use the YouTube as grounds for warrant. Copy and paste. LMAO. Copy and paste. Billy, how is Lit doing? Lit is doing good. She's got some cold. She's been coughing. And I think we all have stuffy nose. And I told her, I said, go, because she always, I got this medication I could take. And I'm like, but that's for a headache. Go get real medication for your sinuses. And, but she has a cough and I don't know, the weather has been like the past couple of days we have had sun and then we've had overcast and, a little rain here, a little rain there. But surprisingly, it's been like really nice. Like the humidity is super low and you'll get a nice little breeze. And it's funny because they're all cold. I'm like, this ain't cold. This is beautiful. But yeah, thanks for asking, Victor. She's good. Expat crap. We'll cover it later, not to interfere with Philly and the Philippines live. Yeah, like I said, jump over to OPJ. I'm sure he has got information and he will bring it up. And I'm almost sure Rosie will be doing it. I can watch Rosie's channel. It's like I got kicked off The View. You know what I mean? Rosie kicked me out of her room along with other good quality people. So I can't comment, but I'm telling you, it'll be the talk of the YouTube community. Those channels that are struggling, they'll be on it. Michael, I want to grant you an interview. I'll be in Angeles in a month. The chosen one. That's the imposter. Guys, where's my egg? That's crazy. Can you fry my egg? Can you fry my egg? Every time I'm in the Philippines, Brian, I want to record video that I could share on YouTube, but I feel like the Filipino people don't like to see white foreigners recording. I think it all depends on where you're at. It all depends on where you're at, how you carry yourself, how you interact with the people. Um, Remember, you're walking around and you're talking about whatever, or you're walking around just like you're walking around like you're in a zoo, like you're at the local zoo, and you know, ooh, 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 like there's a difference, smiling, hello, good morning, my muntag, being friendly, uh, uh, just that alone and saying hello and smiling will change the outlook on that person's face. You acknowledge them. Hello, good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome to my vlog. Because you have people, hey, welcome to my vlog. Like it's on how you carry yourself with the people. And if you're in a touristy area, Shergal, Boracay, you know what I mean? Everybody has cameras. Everybody's videoing. It's when you get up to an area where, you know, expats don't want to be caught on camera because their wife might get mad. Or they told their company, oh, I'm on vacation. I'm going to Australia. I'm going wherever. They don't want to be caught on the walking street. All right. Times have changed. Social media, the internet, the cell phone. Times have changed from that sneaky, weaselly stuff that guys were doing in the red light districts. Times have changed. That's all there is. But yeah, it's all how you present yourself. Chosen one, does that mean you're finally starting a channel? You need Heidi for that. Yeah. She may be here. She she may be here. All right. Lurking in the backgrounds. A lot of them do. A lot of the YouTubers will lurk in the background. If I'm going to go onto somebody's live stream, I'm going to go on there and say hello. Hello, 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 hello. Under my name. Not under a fake name or anything like that. There's probably a very high probability that expat Rosie is in the room because my thumbnail. All are welcome, even Philippine expat Rosie. All right. When you sit home and just monitor everything on YouTube, everything on Facebook, and you want content, and you're stuck within the four walls majority of the time, every week, you are looking to see what everybody's doing. Somebody talking about me, somebody saying something about me, is somebody doing this about me? I don't know. To me, that I wouldn't want a life. I moved to the Philippines and I wouldn't want to live like that. But if that's how you got to do it, that's how you got to live, you know? Street freak. A Christian, they aren't angry. They're just wondering how they can steal your camera and sell it for rice. Joke, joke, joke. The truth must be known. My only purpose. Welcome Dano says, our Philippines journey never asked me for an interview. I interviewed Mike, our Philippines journey, up on the rooftop. Uh, I will just go to our Philippines journey to get my news. I can't find the other boys' channel. Yeah, Mike does his homework. Mike does his homework. My channel will not be boring in the Philippines. I'm in Colombia, but I will share the truth. Saw the news piece on him. Scary. They went to his house, took all PC, laptops, phones, everything. Bucandano 7427. That's a warning shot to a few vloggers. Oh, well. There will be another vlogger along the way to replace him. This is false advertising. Like McDo, you promised a panel on your live stream today. No, I did not. Expat crap. Wednesday. Come by on Wednesday. Hump day live. Speaking of, we had an earthquake last night. I lay in bed, just turned off the TV, going to fall asleep, and heard the old. I heard the windows rattling, and it was a nice little jolt. But I never got it. I never got a warning on my phone. Wednesdays, come by Wednesdays. Regular guy got sim arrested so he could get some from his sim wife. Simp. Isn't it time to order breakfast at the 215 hotel? Yeah, but I'm having something very simple this morning. I'm having bagels. I grabbed some bagels while we were in town, and we'll make me some bagels, and I'll put some peanut butter and jelly on it, and some yogurt on it, and it's very simple. Big Al in the Philippines, thank you for stopping in. I had a troll tell me I was turning in for illegal vlogging on YouTube. That is doing to others. I am not monetized to make money. It's a hobby. My videos always respectful and not negativity. I got one. Yeah. Some of these people are just, yeah, they're just trolls. They're people that just have, for some reason, they're beyond trolls. Some of these people, they're lower than whale shit, as Mike puts it. Uh, they're just miserable when it comes. Like, they have so much hate for a YouTuber, so much hate for what they might have said or what they might have did to them, or another channel, or they just have so much hate. It's like, wow, wow, you've allowed that person free rent in your mind. I don't. I really don't. I don't know. Uh, I know I've missed a lot of you guys' comment. American exchange rate 59 point something something. I can look on my phone. It's been 59. I think grumpy Brit expat spending all day searching for what people are saying about them. Yeah, there are people out there that do that. They're so worried about what somebody's going to say about them, but yet they have no problem talking about somebody else. And hey, I can be guilty, but hey, I can also. You're more than welcome to join my live stream. That's why I say everything is open for people. My Wednesday live stream. If I talked about you and you're a YouTuber, you are more than happy and free to come on my channel, and we can talk. We can talk. I don't want to get into a shouting, screaming match or anything like that. No, we can talk. We can talk civilly. We can talk civilly. Our girl calendars, all Wednesdays. All right, guys, it has been an hour. Come on, chicken choker. Craig Incebu is disabled. He's disabled. But I guarantee you're not the first one to say that about him. And I think he has thick skin. He has a disability his whole life. He's heard it from people calling him names, I'm sure, from kindergartner all the way up to a grown adult like Chicken Choker. He's disabled. Thank you, Mike. Yes, thank you, Mike. All right, guys, I'm wrapping this. What? Hang on. At Bookham, Heidi shat her pants seeing that arrest. Cat food for a month of it. Uh, yeah, well, like I said. Anyways, I am going to wrap this one up, get my breakfast. I'm going to watch the game. And I'm going to join Mike, our Philippine Journeys live stream. Like I said, get over there in a half hour. He'll go into more about what's going on, I'm sure, with what he's discovered, what he's heard. He'll bring you the proof. And like I said, get ready because even Rosie from The View, she is going to have her own view about the whole thing. So, anyways, guys, with that being said, thanks. Remember Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Philippines time and date. So you're looking at Tuesday evening in the States. I will do my live stream, and you guys can come on the panel. Say what you have to say. Yes, how about them Cowboys? They got a nice seat on the couch again. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.